Urgent. Canada's October 2025 deportation rules. 7 mistakes that will get you removed. New rules. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters, your trusted source for all things Canadian immigration, brought to you by Chugo Immigration Services. Guys, I need you to stop whatever you're doing and listen carefully because what I'm about to share could literally save your Canadian dream. October 2025 has brought massive changes to Canada's deportation rules, and even the smallest mistake could now get you removed from the country. If you're a student, worker, or temporary resident in Canada right now, this video could be the most important 12 minutes you spend today. I'm going to reveal the 7 deadly mistakes that could get you deported, plus 3 secret strategies to protect yourself. So grab your notebook, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into these game-changing updates. The October 2025 Bombshell. Alright folks, here's what's happening. Canada just dropped the biggest immigration enforcement update in decades. Starting in October 2025, the government has introduced stricter verification systems that are literally catching people in real time. We're talking about automated systems linking immigration databases with border controls, police records, and even your employer's payroll. The numbers are shocking. Over 16,000 people have already been removed from Canada in 2025, and that number is climbing every single day. The Canada Border Services Agency, CBSA, has expanded workplace inspections, and they're targeting construction sites, restaurants, caregiving facilities, and food service industries. But here's what they're not telling you in the mainstream media. This isn't just about illegal workers anymore. Even people with valid permits are getting caught for technical violations. I just spoke with a family from Nigeria last week. The husband had a valid work permit, but because he worked 1 extra hour beyond his permit conditions at a second job, he received a removal order. 1 hour, guys. The new digital tracking systems are automatically flagging visa overstays with 0 tolerance. Remember when you could get away with renewing your permit a few days late? Those days are gone. Even a 1-day overstay is now triggering automatic investigations. The 7 deadly sins that lead to deportation. Let me break down the 7 most dangerous mistakes that could get you deported under these new rules. Number 1. Expired or fake documentation. Listen carefully. Any expired document, even if it's just your driver's license or health card, can trigger a full immigration review. The new system cross-references everything. I had a client whose PR card expired while waiting for renewal. They got detained at the airport coming back from vacation. Number 2. Criminal convictions, even minor ones. This is huge. The 2025 framework now includes minor offenses. A DUI, shoplifting, or even a harassment complaint on social media can affect your status. They've expanded the definition so much that even traffic violations over $500 can trigger reviews. Number 3. Overstaying, even by hours. The new digital tracking is insane. It knows exactly when your permit expires down to the minute. One client got flagged because their permit expired at midnight, and they applied for renewal at 9 a.m. the next morning. 9 hours late equals deportation proceedings. Number 4. Misrepresentation, even honest mistakes. Here's the scary part. Even small errors on applications are now treated as fraud. Forgot to mention that part-time job from 3 years ago? That's misrepresentation. Made a typo in your address history? Potential removal. Number 5. Unauthorized employment. Working even 1 hour beyond your permit conditions is now grounds for removal. This includes volunteer work that could be seen as replacing a paid position. A student volunteering at a festival got flagged because they were doing work similar to paid staff. Number 6. Financial dependence. Using welfare, food banks, or even getting help from charities repeatedly can signal instability and trigger removal proceedings. The government wants complete financial self-sufficiency. Number 7, public health noncompliance. This is new and catching everyone off guard. Not updating your vaccination records, missing mandatory health screenings, or even refusing certain medical tests can now lead to deportation. Industries and people most at risk. Now let's talk about who is most at risk. The CBSA is specifically targeting certain industries with these workplace raids. If you work in construction, you're in the red zone. They're showing up at construction sites weekly, checking everyone's documents. Food service is another hotspot. Restaurants, food trucks, catering companies, they're all getting visits. But here's what's really interesting and scary. They're now targeting the gig economy. Uber drivers, DoorDash delivery people, freelance workers, everyone's getting scrutinized. They're using AI to track income patterns and match them against work permit conditions. International students, you need to pay special attention. The new rules are brutal for students. Working 20.5 hours instead of 20? That's a violation. Doing a paid internship that's not explicitly approved by your school? Deportation risk. Taking a semester off without proper authorization? You're in trouble. And get this, they're even going after people based on social media. Posting pictures at work when you're supposed to be on medical leave? They're watching. Advertising freelance services on Facebook while on a closed work permit? Red flag. The scariest part? Family members are getting caught in the crossfire. If one family member violates their status, it can affect everyone's application. I've seen entire families denied because one teenager worked without authorization. Let's talk about some hidden protections and strategic solutions. Okay, now for the good news. There are ways to protect yourself. Here are my top 3 strategies that could save your status. Strategy number 1, the proactive documentation system. Create what I call a status protection file. Every single week, document everything. Your work hours, pay stubs, lease agreements, bank statements. Take screenshots of your online permit status. Why? Because if CBSA comes knocking, you need instant proof of compliance. Strategy number 2, the legal status bridge. Here's a secret. Always apply for permit renewals at least 120 days before expiry. Not 90 days like they suggest, 120 days. This gives you buffer time if there are delays. And here's the golden tip. If your permit is expiring and you haven't heard back, you can apply for a maintain status document that proves you're legal while waiting. Strategy number 3, the restoration window. If you've already made a mistake, you have exactly 90 days to restore your status. But here's what most people don't know. You can apply for restoration and a new permit simultaneously. This doubles your chances of staying in Canada. Also, did you know about the administrative deferral of removal? If you're facing deportation, you might qualify for a temporary stay based on humanitarian grounds, best interests of children, or medical conditions. Most people don't even know this exists. And here's something crucial. The new Bill C-12 introduced on October 8, 2025, actually has some provisions that help legitimate residents. It improves information sharing between agencies, which sounds scary, but it also means fewer false flags and mistaken identity cases. Let's talk about some urgent action steps. Listen, if you're watching this video, you need to take action today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today! Here's your emergency checklist. First, check your permit expiry date right now. I don't care if you think you have months left, check it. Second, review your work conditions. Are you working the exact hours allowed at the approved location in the specified role? Any deviation is dangerous. Third, update your address with IRCC immediately if you've moved. They're sending compliance letters, and if you don't receive them because of an old address, that's your problem. Fourth, if you have any criminal matters pending, even a traffic ticket, deal with it immediately. Don't let it escalate. Fifth, start building your status protection file today. Document everything from this moment forward. Look, I know this is overwhelming, and that's exactly why you need professional help. The rules are changing so fast that even immigration lawyers are struggling to keep up. But here's the thing. At Chugo Immigration Services, we're not just keeping up, we're staying ahead. We've already helped many clients navigate these new October 2025 rules successfully. We know the loopholes, every protection, every strategy to keep you safe. Don't wait until you get that scary letter from CBSA. Be proactive. Friends, October 2025 has changed everything about Canadian immigration. These new deportation rules aren't just strict, they're revolutionary. But remember, Canada still needs immigrants. They're just being incredibly selective about who stays and who goes. The key takeaways? Document everything, follow your permit conditions to the letter, and don't make even tiny mistakes. The margin for error is now 0. But you don't have to face this alone. Chugo Immigration Services specializes in protecting temporary residents from these new enforcement measures. We offer emergency consultations, status reviews, and protection strategies tailored to your situation. Don't become another deportation statistic. Click the link below, visit our website, or call us right now for an assessment. We'll review your status and tell you exactly where you stand with these new rules. Remember, in this new immigration landscape, professional guidance isn't optional. It's essential for survival. If this video helped you, smash that like button, subscribe for weekly updates, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss critical immigration news. Comment below with your biggest concern about these new rules. Stay safe, stay compliant, and keep that Canadian dream alive. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.